Welcome to Angela's Voice. I'm your girl, Angela Jackson, aka Action Jackson #2. This is Angela's Voice, where everybody's welcome and everybody is somebody. Today is Women Wednesdays, and I want to talk to you guys a little bit about bipolar and also a little about something that I'm going through that affects your mental health. Okay, bipolar is, you can have bipolar 1 or bipolar 2. Okay, the signs and symptoms to look for in bipolar is you can be sad, you can feel empty, or you can just feel hopeless. You can have trouble sleeping, staying awake during the night. Those are some signs of bipolar. Also feeling like you're just worthless and feeling very guilty. Those are some signs of bipolar disorder. Bipolar disorder affects your mood. You have mood swings. You know, you can be talking to somebody and then all of a sudden you go from mad to happy to crying. You know, those are some things you can look for, you know, if you or your family member are suffering from bipolar. But I want to tell you something about bipolar. The neutrons in your brain, serotonin and dopamine, it also is associated with bipolar disorder. Serotonin is like, you know how like your brain send messages, your body send messages to your brain for what it to do. It send messages like your mood, things of that nature. Dopamine, you know how like you're real happy, or you eating some chocolate and you feel very, very good, you know, you hyper, that's dopamine, and both of those are associated with bipolar, and it's up to you which one that you're going to feel that day. But I want to tell you how to feel better when you are having these bipolar symptoms. Number one thing that you can do, exercise is on your side. Always get up in the morning, exercise. You know, for me, I do my meditation, I read my word, I get up and do my exercise, and that helps start your day, you know, if you're suffering from mental health. Also eat healthy. You want to eat avocados, you want to eat your omega-3 fats, you want to eat salmon, vegetables, fruit. You know, stay away from this food. You know how we learn to eat like pig tail, pig feet, neck bones. All that stuff gonna do is make you sick. And a lot of times you're depressed because you're eating the wrong food, especially if you ever eaten a steak or cow. And next time you eat steak or cow, notice how you feel after you eating it, because most of the time beef makes you depressed. A lot of people don't know that. But you want to just like I say, eat some nuts, berries, eat healthy food, stuff that's gonna make you feel good. Make you some smoothies. You know, we don't have to eat, we have to learn. We don't have to eat like our grandmother, grandfather, you know, our forefathers ate. We don't have to eat like that anymore. That food was given to them because that was a leftover from the white man's table. We don't have to eat from that table anymore. We can eat from our own table. Yeah. So, those are some things that I want you guys to know. But what I really wanted to get into is Women Health Wednesdays. Okay, your health can be associated with your mental health. And this is how I learned this from my own experience from having my tubes tied. When I had my tubes tied, it was also associated with my depression. Having your tubes tied, you know, anything, the depot shots, anything that has to do with stopping the birth of a child can make you depressed. I just wanted to talk about today ovarian cysts, fibroid tumors. You know, I want to talk about that stuff today because that's some of the stuff that I'm going through at this moment. I was diagnosed with fibroids and ovarian cysts January 2019. You know, I just kept getting sick. I was like, you know, what's going on? My stomach kept swelling up. My periods got irregular. I started having like big clots of blood coming out of me, you know, and the vaginal odor. I would take a bath, I would bathe, and that odor still wouldn't leave. So I kept going to the doctor. Finally, they diagnosed me with ovarian cysts, endometriosis, and fibroid tumors. And the doctor, I was like, where did it come from? Like, how did this happen to me? Like, I take care of my body. I do everything that I need. I come to the doctor every month. You know, he mainly told me, you know, it come from having your tubes tied. So then I did a hysteroscopy on May 3rd. And the doctor was like, well, I didn't see nothing, you know. Called me back into the doctor May 15th, 2019, and say, Miss Jackson, you know, we found that your tumors may be cancerous. So I've been going through this whole process since May 19th. And, you know, I'm glad that I listened to the voice of God. You know, God was telling me, you know, you got to get out of Augusta. Like, because the reason why I had to is because in Augusta, MCG, University Hospital, they know me for being a drug addict. Because when I was on drugs, I kept going to the hospital to go to rehab because I wasn't going to give up, because this disease of addiction was not going to be Action Jackson. So that's where they knew me from. So they always judged me on my addiction. They didn't judge me on how I was today. They judged me on my addiction. So I was glad that I listened to the voice of God. I moved. Well, some things happened that I had to move, basically. And so I got down here to some specialists, to some more doctors who are loving. They love God. They know God. You know, and when they ask the question, because let me tell you something, you go to the doctor, everything you've done is on your doctor's record. It's in the computer. Every doctor you go to, it's in there. So they was asking me questions about it, and I always be honest. And I was honest, and I told them about it. I said, but I'm not that person anymore. You know, I paid my debt to society. You know, I work with people. I work with people with mental health and people with drug addiction. So, you know, I thank God that they see me for me. So he was like, you know what? I'm going to start all over. I'm just going to start everything all over. And I'm thankful for that. So I'll be having surgery again on June 1st. That's one of my first surgeries. And after that, I'm going to have a second surgery. And I thank God that everything will be all over. You know, it'll be over. And, you know, I told God, I said, when you take this out, I said, diabetes leaving with it, high blood pressure leaving with it. I speak that in the name of Jesus. Because, you know, we got to speak these things. Speak those things though they're not as though they were. And I speak it. I am healed in the name of Jesus. And, you know, if you're a woman, I just want to let you know, get yourself checked. And I want to tell you, if you're in a rural area like Louisville, Georgia, Jefferson County, go to another doctor and get checked. Because I was going to this particular doctor for about 5 years. This man knew what was wrong with me. But, you know, hey, anyway, I don't want to get on that subject. But go to your specialist or OBGYN out of your area and get checked. Go to the doctor every month. A woman need to go to the doctor every month. I was going to the doctor every month. Get your annual pap smears. Get your mammograms. I just had my mammogram done. I think it was like 3 or 4 days ago. And you know what's going on with your body. Listen to your body. If you're not feeling well that day, or you know, like something off. You know what I'm saying? Figure out what it is. Find out what it is. Catch it, check it, and change it. Yeah, because your life depends on it. And I thank God that they find mine early so that I could be saved, you know. And I thank God. I pray for everybody that's going through cancer right now, that you're dealing with cancer. I want you to know God is a healer. You got to believe by your faith you're healed. You know, a lot of times we be like, preacher, would you pray for me? That's all good, but pray for yourself, because God know his word. He know his child. You know, you never know what the next person praying for you, but you know what you're praying for. So you ask God for your heal. By your faith, you are healed, not by nobody else's faith. People can pray for you all they want to, but by your faith, you are healed. And we claim that in the name of Jesus today. And I just want to thank God for everybody. I also want to give condolences to the family of Mr. George Floyd. You know, I seen the video, and it really hurt. You know, and like our black men are dying. But one thing, when are our black men going to stand up? You know, y'all talk the talk, Louis Farrakhan, all the leaders, the Christian leaders, y'all talk the talk, let's walk the walk. I know you see turn the other cheek, but you also heard an eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. Let's get it. But I thank y'all for listening to Angela's voice today. I'm grateful for everybody that listened and everybody that tuned in. I hope everything that you heard was very informational to you. Also, get them teenage daughters checked also. Get your daughters checked when you go to your OBGYN. Make them an appointment also. Young adults, get yourself checked. This is very important.